Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-NextGen, Florida allocates $25 million for replacement of police drones. AeroVironment to co-design and develop new Mars helicopters. And FAA expands counter-drone operations program. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-NextGen program, a weekly news program covering the next generation of flight. From electric power to vertical lift, uncrewed vehicles, and everything in between. Let's get into today's stories. Florida allocates $25 million for replacement of police drones. The Florida legislature has enacted a law by which Sunshine State governmental, police, fire, and similarly critical agencies were barred from utilizing drones made by a, quote, foreign country of concern. The legislation tacitly but clearly refers to China and strongly implies Chinese drone maker Shenzhen DJI Sciences and Technologies Limited, more widely known as Jiang Innovations or simply DJI. DJI, a Chinese state-backed technology concern, was added to a U.S. Treasury Department blacklist on account of its drones retaining features conducive to espionage. The Chinese Communist Party is a major investor in DJI. On May 2, 2023, Florida lawmakers allocated $25 million to help the state's police forces replace their Chinese-made drone fleets. Under an agreement reached by lawmakers and the administration of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, police departments may apply for funding by which to replace Chinese-made drones. Subject drones would then be turned over to the Florida Center for Cybersecurity at the University of South Florida, where they will be analyzed for purpose of assessing security risks inherent to their hardware and software architectures. Florida State Senate Appropriations Chairman Senator Doug Broxson, Republican of Gulf Breeze, stated, quote, "We want to start over with drones to make sure they are securely safe," end quote. And after the break, Vertical Flight Society 2023 Board of Directors announced.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Welcome back. Now for some shorter stories in our Next Gen Minute. Vertical Flight Society 2023 Board of Directors announced. The Vertical Flight Society has named its 2023 through 2024 Board of Directors. The following members were re-elected to the board's executive committee for an additional one-year term spanning July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2024. Chair Thomas Krasinski, Vice President of Research and Technology at Airbus Helicopters. President Kathleen K.J. Jolivet, Vice President and General Manager of Boeing Vertical Lift. And Secretary-Treasurer Harry Nahatis, Vice President and General Manager of Turboshaft Engine Programs at GE Aerospace. Biden White House eyes Mike Whitaker for FAA top job. The Biden administration is eyeing Mike Whitaker, a former Obama-era FAA official, to supersede Phil Washington as its nominee for the FAA administrator position. Whitaker, a lawyer by training, joined the FAA in 2013 as the agency's deputy administrator and chief next-gen officer, a capacity in which he was responsible for modernizing the United States' air traffic control system. Droneup announces collaboration on BVLOS with Iris Automation. Droneup has embarked on a partnership with Iris Automation that will bring the firm's AI-powered Cassia G technology to their autonomous drone delivery platform. The change will allow Droneup to maintain a higher level of situational awareness while undergoing drone flights in its delivery areas, using Cassia G nodes as a home base to watch the skies for unannounced airspace entries. The unit will act much like a base station, providing a full 360-degree view of surrounding airspace and meshing with others in the network to provide complete aircraft detection, classification, and alerting. A to Z Drone Delivery unveils cargo drone. The race to offer a viable, profitable, cargo-capable UAV for last-mile delivery has seen another entrant with the unveiling of the RD-SX Pelican from A to Z drone delivery. The aircraft leverages a multi-rotor propulsion system and fixed-wing design. The Pelican, A to Z stresses, refrains from using traditional control surfaces, allowing for an aircraft that is considerably more simple and less complex than competing designs. It meets the 55-pound takeoff weight limitation for Part 107 compliance, carrying payloads up to 11 pounds. Well, that was our NextGen Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. AeroVironment to co-design and develop new Mars helicopters. AeroVironment has been awarded a $10 million contract by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to co-design and co-develop rotary-wing concepts germane to NASA's Mars Sample Recovery Helicopter mission, a near-future initiative by which a series of U.S. and European spacecraft are to journey to Mars for purpose of retrieving and returning to Earth an assortment of Martian regolith samples currently being cached by NASA's Perseverance rover. The rotary-wing concepts AeroVironment has been contracted to envisage will build upon architectures integral to NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter and feature upgraded robotics conducive to enhanced aerial mobility. AeroVironment engineers previously worked with nasa-jpl to co-design and develop the aforementioned Ingenuity Mars helicopter, which to date has completed 52 successful flights on Mars and survived 781 days exposed in perpetuity to the red planet's inhospitable environment, thereby vastly outperforming its design objectives. Within the context of the joint NASA-ESA Mars Sample Return campaign, the two planned sample recovery helicopters represent a secondary method of sample retrieval. NASA's Perseverance rover, which has been about the business of collecting Martian atmospheric and soil samples since February 2021, is currently looked upon as the primary means by which subject samples will be delivered to the sample retrieval lander. And after these messages, FAA expands Counterdrone operations program.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Welcome back. FAA expands Counter-Drone operations program. Dedrone announced an expansion to its program under the FAA aimed at mitigating service interruptions resulting from drone flights in the vicinity of an airport. The FAA has invited Dedrone to select another airport from its 5 locales included in the drone program, though the company remains mum on which airport they plan to select. The collection of participating airports includes Rickenbacker International Airport in Columbus, Ohio, Huntsville International Airport of Huntsville, Alabama, Syracuse Hancock International Airport in Syracuse, New York, and the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport in Seattle, Washington, in addition to Dedrone's current test locale in Atlantic City, New Jersey. They initially set up shop at the Atlantic City International Airport, applying their products to limit the impact of illegal and unauthorized drone operations in the vicinity of the airport. Dedrone was chosen alongside similar outfits to ensure continued air service to passenger airports around the country. The test program falls under Section 383 of the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018, which provided for testing of, quote, counter-drone detection, tracking, identification, and mitigation technologies, end quote. The aim is to help the FAA develop a more clear regulatory approach to the tech while learning about actual, real-world efficacy of cutting-edge technology. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!